As spring awakens the world with soft sunlight and blooming florals, Easter offers the perfect opportunity to refresh our homes with elevated rustic decor. In this video, we explore how vintage elegance blends effortlessly with spring simplicity to create a warm, inviting atmosphere. Think weathered wood, delicate pastels, time-worn treasures, and nature-inspired details that feel both nostalgic and refined. This is not just decorating, it's storytelling through texture, history, and heart. Elevated rustic Easter decor begins with a thoughtful foundation. Start with natural materials like reclaimed wood tables, linen runners, and woven baskets that ground the space in authenticity. Layering is key. Soft neutral fabrics paired with subtle spring hues create depth without overwhelming the room. By balancing raw textures with delicate details, you achieve a look that feels curated rather than cluttered, refined rather than overly themed. Color sets the tone for your Easter decor. Instead of bold primary shades, lean into muted pastels like dusty blush, sage green, pale blue, and creamy ivory. These softened hues evoke the freshness of spring while maintaining vintage charm. When paired with rustic wood tones and antique whites, the palette feels timeless and calming. The goal is harmony, where every shade whispers spring rather than shouting it. An elevated Easter table is where rustic elegance truly shines. Begin with a neutral linen tablecloth or gauzy runner, then layer vintage china, aged silverware, and glass cloches. Add subtle touches like speckled eggs nestled in moss or small porcelain bunnies placed thoughtfully at each setting. The beauty lies in restraint. Each piece should feel intentional, creating a tablescape that feels heirloom-worthy yet effortlessly welcoming. Incorporating antique or vintage-inspired pieces adds authenticity and soul to your decor. Weathered frames, old books tied with twine, distressed candle holders, or a repurposed wooden crate can become beautiful focal points. These items create a sense of history and depth. Elevated rustic design is about honoring imperfections. Chips, patina, and worn edges become part of the charm that makes your Easter decor uniquely meaningful. Spring's simplicity calls for nature to take center stage. Fresh greenery, budding branches, tulips, and wildflowers arranged loosely in ceramic pitchers or glass jars bring life into your space. Even simple nests with faux eggs can create a poetic nod to the season. Keeping arrangements slightly unstructured enhances the rustic aesthetic while allowing the natural beauty of each element to shine. A statement centerpiece can transform your dining or coffee table. Consider a wooden dough bowl filled with moss, candles, and softly dyed eggs in neutral tones. Add varying heights using candlesticks or small vases for visual interest. The elevated aspect comes from balance, mixing raw and refined elements so the arrangement feels styled but not overly polished. Your mantle is the perfect canvas for showcasing layered Easter charm. Start with a simple greenery garland, then weave in subtle spring florals and vintage-inspired accents. Lean framed botanical prints against the wall and incorporate soft candlelight for warmth. The key is asymmetry and softness, allowing each element to breathe while creating a cohesive seasonal statement. Welcome guests with understated elegance by styling your entryway with rustic Easter touches. A woven basket filled with fresh flowers, a wooden bench draped in a light throw, or a small wreath adorned with delicate blooms sets a gentle tone. These subtle details create anticipation and warmth, offering a glimpse into the thoughtfully styled home beyond. Texture is what makes elevated rustic decor feel luxurious. Combine rough wood surfaces with soft linens, smooth ceramics, and woven fibers. The interplay between these materials creates richness without relying on excess decoration. Even a simple vignette becomes visually compelling when texture is layered intentionally, bringing warmth and comfort to every corner. Adding handmade elements gives your Easter decor authenticity and personality. Hand-dyed Dignified eggs in muted tones, linen napkins tied with twine, or simple handwritten place cards introduce charm and individuality. DIY details don't have to be elaborate. In fact, simplicity enhances the rustic elegance. These personal touches make the space feel heartfelt and inviting. Soft lighting elevates any rustic setting. Opt for taper candles, lanterns, or warm string lights to create a gentle glow. Natural daylight streaming through sheer curtains also enhances the serene atmosphere. Lighting should feel romantic yet subtle, casting shadows that highlight textures and create an intimate, cozy environment perfect for gathering. Elevated rustic Easter decor thrives on balance. While vintage accents add character, negative space ensures the room does not feel crowded. Choose a few meaningful pieces rather than filling every surface. This mindful approach allows each detail to stand out, maintaining a clean and sophisticated look while preserving the warmth of rustic charm. When styling your home, think of it as telling a cohesive story. From the entryway to the dining table, every space should echo the same soft palette, natural textures, and vintage elegance. Repeating elements, like similar florals or coordinating fabrics, creates visual continuity. This harmony transforms individual decorations into a unified seasonal experience. Elevated rustic Easter decor is about embracing the beauty of simplicity while honoring timeless vintage charm. By blending natural materials, muted colors, antique accents, and thoughtful details, you create a home that feels both refined and welcoming. This Easter, let your decor reflect renewal, warmth, and intentional living, where every corner whispers spring and every detail feels lovingly curated.